Once the missile turrets are down, the stealth field of the Arbiters will be able to just romp in there like we see here and stop it from happening. But unfortunately the missile turrets are still there. They are being shelled by the siege tanks, but unfortunately there's probably a lot of friendly fire going on. And now the missile turret does go down. The missile turret is down, but I presume that the science vessel is probably only a heartbeat away. Yes, it is. Another EMP goes off. That's beautiful, FireBatHero. Keep it going. Don't let this man romp over you. Don't let your bloody whackness against Protoss keep on going, man. Take him down. Take him down. Take down the alien filth with your human might. Come on, you can do it, Fire. You can do it, matey. I don't know why I'm rooting for FireBatHero, but it's because he's not doing very well. I hate him, but if I see a man not doing well, they instantly become my favourite. I'm British. I love underdogs. I can't help it. Gas going down, getting romped. This expansion is a fail. FireBatHero should know it. He's pulling out his SCVs, and there's the fleet beacon. There's the fleet beacon. This is disastrous. There'll be 2 carriers in the air. I was going to say on the ground, but that's absolutely redonkulous because obviously they're flying units. But nevertheless, we will see, and another base going down. Anytime just has his total map control. He's got carriers on the way. He's got multiple arbiters. He's probably nearly fully upgraded his... Yeah, he's got ground armor 1, shield 2, and I can't even think of what he must have for his... And it looks as if actually even he'd upgraded air weapons. It looked like that. I think he had. So when the carriers come out, they will be upgraded. I don't think that FireBatHero will be expecting upgraded carriers coming out. I can only presume that with the raid zealots have been romping through it, I'd say they have +1, maybe +2. So we're talking plus, let's be generous, +2 attack, +1 ground armor, and +2 shields for the zealots. That's why they've just been ripping through everything, because they're big. And as you saw, for a lot of the early game, FireBatHero's tech was getting severely delayed. I don't know how he can pull this back. I really don't know how he can pull this back. I mean, obviously, no race can turtle up like the Terrans, and if anytime just keeps feeding him his army and it getting destroyed, then it will be good. Another EMP goes off, but unfortunately and stasis goes off on the science vessel. Now I don't know if you know this, internet, but when the science vessels are status, they lose their detection ability, so all these forces will actually be invisible. Thankfully the scan goes off for FireBatHero so he can see what's going on, but for a brief moment then he was quite literally firing blind. Another science vessel comes in the area to provide that crucial detection. Goliaths are actually taking down that Arbiter. I don't think one has gone down as of yet, but nevertheless it looks as if this command center is going to go down as well. And this is what I was talking about earlier. We've got that one siege tank just on the other side of that ridge protecting itself, but there's just too many Protoss forces supported by this Arbiter. He's having to retreat, he's having to pull back, and there's even another Arbiter out. I think probably, as I can only see one now, that Anytime has lost one of his Arbiters, but unfortunately he is reinforcing. And when I say unfortunately, obviously I mean unfortunately for FireBatHero. And here's a man who I never thought I would have to feel empathy for, but with the severe rompage that is going down upon him on the part of these mightiful zealots, how can you not feel sorry for him? Obviously, if you have any form of long-term memory and are able to recall some of the stunts he's pulled, then I could understand you not having empathy for him. But as I said, I love an underdog. So, phew, getting a little bit intense there, internet. Oh, and now the Arbiter's just attacking things. You always know it's going bad when Arbiters are actually using their main attack. It's not good to be you if you're being actually attacked by an Arbiter. Looks like FireBatHero was going for a drop to try and take down his expansion. That would have been wonderful if that had been a success, but unfortunately the Arbiters were there, they were waiting, the stasis goes off, and then as soon as they unfreeze, they're just going to be surrounded by large angry aliens with psychic blades, which no one likes to wake up to, you know. And I've woken up next to some, don't even want to go into that, but I've never woken up to a 9-foot tall angry blue warrior with giant psychic blades. They're about 9 foot, the toss, are they? 9 foot, 8 foot, they're pretty bloody lanky. Anyway, that, my friends, is a carrier, which will spell doom for FireBatHero. He just has nothing to deal with these carriers. He's got quite a few Goliaths, but that just ain't gonna cut it. That just ain't gonna cut it. It just really ain't. Oh, and all of the science vessels stasis. all of the science specials are status, anytime quicker on the click, managing to get off his stasis before FireBatHero could get off his EMP, which is crucial. Unfortunately for Anytime though, he's not really able to capitalise on that as he doesn't have any forces in the area. Although admittedly it will have delayed the pushback, the counter push of FireBatHero, and now look, this is Anytime's point of view, and he just has the whole map. The whole map is his. FireBatHero has a mere speck of land in the corner. This is terrible for him. Now pushing in with this force supported by Arbiters, once that one missile turret there goes down, there will be no detection, the invisibility will be reigning supreme. As you see scan going off, which would imply that off screen that missile turret has go down, more zealots closing in to those siege tanks. And looks like yet another expansion is going to go down for FireBatHero. Now finally his fleet comes in. The siege tanks shell up behind the ridge there. Really good for FireBatHero, manipulating that environment to his advantage. But once again, he's lost another expansion and he just can't afford that. And now we've even got High Templars coming in. Which when FireBatHero sees those High Templars, he's going to think, okay, he's doing Arbiters supported by High Templars. But what he's not going to know is there's carriers, so he won't be building as many Goliaths as he would be. I really don't think he's seen the carriers yet, so he won't be building as many Goliaths as he likes. D-Matrix going off on that tank there, and now he sees the Psy Storm, so he will think, oh, it's a Bulldog build supported by Arbiters and High Templar. He will more likely than not know about these carriers, but he will in a mere moment, my friends. He will very, very soon, and there is nothing he can do about it. He obviously, if you mass Goliaths, you can hold off the carriers, but not if they're supported by Arbiters, and not if you don't know they're coming in advance. Obviously he must suspect that he hasn't seen as many units recently as he should, but now it begins. Lots of Goliaths focus firing on the carriers. One of the carriers goes down, in fact. I do believe EMP may have gone off there, actually, trying to set it off. EMP goes off on the Arbiter there. Arbiter goes down, so now the carriers can be seen. Yet another carrier goes down. FireBatHero might actually be able to soak this. If he has good enough micro with those Goliaths, because when those Goliaths have those range upgrade, it doesn't matter how much you try and dance. It doesn't matter if you try and dance those carriers, because the missiles are just too good. But no, they're just too few in number. The Goliaths just can't do it. Even with their mightiful missiles that will just follow you to the ends of the earth, they just can't stand up to this carrier force. There's just not enough of them. He just didn't know they were coming, and this push is where it will be decided. Because if this expansion gets rolled over, he'll be able to follow in. Here come the carrier reinforcements. The carrier reinforcements are coming in. I don't like to call any game before GG, but Anytime has been controlling the map, he's been controlling the pace, he's been controlling the harassment, and now he is coming in with carriers. He has lost all of his Arbiters, but he's got some High Templar there as well. So we're going to see Psy Storms and carriers going off within a short amount of time. FireBatHero quite rightly pumping Goliaths for all he is worth, for all he can, but even if he fends off this force, there's just too many enemy bases. Psy Storm, as you can see there, going up on his mineral line in the expansion, really, really tragic for him. Carriers focus firing on the Goliaths. You know, as I said, I'd love to have seen FireBatHero make a victory against the Protoss, as he just does terribly badly against them. But also, it's good to see Anytime romping over someone. You know, it's a return to the past for Anytime. One of the carriers goes down, but it just doesn't matter. One measly Goliath left, and there is the GG, my friends. What a thoroughly enjoyable map. Not only do I enjoy seeing that look on that smug bastard's face, I enjoy seeing that smile on that wonderful chap's face. Much love and good night.